there is a national program called CareerSpring that started right here in Houston, and its focus is supporting first-generation low-income college students and their journey for professional employment.
Yeah, truly incredible. And this was started by Paul Pozzoli, and this stemmed from his time as the headmaster of Cristo Rey Jesuit School right here in Houston. And we are so lucky to have him joining us here in studio this morning. Paul Pozzoli, as well as Carlos Ayan, who is a Cristo Rey Jesuit alum. Thank you both so much.
Thanks for having us. We're grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
I mean, tell us a little bit. So you started as you were a headmaster at Cristo Rey Jesuit, but even how you got there is kind of an amazing story.
Yeah, if you would have told me 10 years ago that I'd be on this show talking about a nonprofit that I started, I would have thought you were crazy. I worked at, in fact, one of these buildings behind us here. I was in the energy business for 20 years. I used to lead energy trading businesses, most recently at JP Morgan. But in 2014, I received a call that really changed the path of my life. Father T.J. Martinez, the founding president of Cristo Rey Jesuit, was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer.
Wow.
And the community was really crushed. I don't know if you all had a chance to meet him, but he was an extraordinary man. A couple weeks later, I received a call that said, Father T.J. thinks you should be the next leader of this high school. And of course, I was humbled and honored, but also concerned because I didn't know the first thing about leading a high school. But I took the job for what I thought was going to be 6 to 12 months on an interim basis.
Until you could find someone else, yeah.
Exactly. And I got there and just really fell in love with the mission and the students and the families. And I ended up spending 5 years. I was there from 2014 to 2019.
Wow.
And those were really the most rewarding years of my career. And I started to see the world very differently. And it led me down this path to start this new nonprofit called CareerSpring.
Well, and we want to hear all about that because this is something that's touching lives not only here in Houston, but across the country. So for those who may not be aware of what it is, tell us what you do.
Yeah, I would say in my 3rd year at Cristo Rey Jesuit, I became very aware of the workforce development issues we have in our country. And specifically, that 30% of all college students are first gen, meaning their parents did not get a college degree. And these students are working hard, and many of them are making it to and through college, getting a graduation, and often they don't have the networks, social capital. They haven't had opportunities like internships along the way, and often they go on to be underemployed, taking jobs that don't require a degree and below their capabilities. To me, that was a great shame. And at the same time, when I was at the school, alumni would call me all the time saying, hey, Mr. Pozzoli, do you know anyone hiring a engineer, a marketing major, whatever they were? And I'd say, I don't, but give me a day or two. And I'd start sending emails and texts to people. And I found that anytime I made an introduction, it almost always resulted in something positive. An internship, a job, another introduction. So I was intrigued by that point of leverage. Just think about that. The students spent 22 years to get to this point, and it took me 30 minutes to open the doors to get them on a path to full employment versus underemployment. How could I do that at scale? That's a great use of my time. How do we do that, not for 20 students a year, but for tens of thousands? And that's what led us to start CareerSpring.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit that provides free online career information, professional networking, and job placement services to first gen, meaning students whose parents didn't get a degree and or low income students.
Well, it's so true because you hear it's all about who you know. But I mean, depending on where you're coming from, your pool of who you know may be very small. And so how do they know CareerSpring? I mean, how can students get in touch with you, or how does that whole process work?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to your first point, 80% of all jobs are filled by personal and professional connections. If you don't know someone, it's really hard to get your resume to the top of the stack. And your second question, we partner with nonprofits all over the country. We give CareerSpring away for free to any first-gen low-income student or any organization that serves them. So in Houston, we have Cristo Rey Jesuit, Genesis Works, One Goal, Project Grad, Breakthrough, dozens of nonprofits, University of Houston, University of St. Thomas, and many other colleges, universities. We give them CareerSpring for free. They get a passcode and they share it with their first-gen and Pell Grant recipient students.
It's incredible reach there. And Carlos, I'd like to be able to chat with you for a minute too about your experience at Cristo Rey Jesuit and also your experience with CareerSpring. Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think one of the things that sets Cristo Rey Jesuit apart is our work study program. So as a freshman, I had the chance to hold a corporate internship and going into work. And so it was really helpful as someone whose parents parents don't have a United States college degree. I don't have anyone in my family who works in corporate world, much less finance. It was very helpful to have that chance to kind of see and see what kind of opportunities there were out there. I think that's the biggest barrier to entry, is not knowing the kind of goals, the kind of careers you can aspire to. So that's a huge thing that Cristo Rey Jesuit and CareerSpring have done to bridge the gap. But CareerSpring has been super formative, starting from my freshman summer, got an internship through CareerSpring, going now through the firm I'll be joining next summer. Really all thanks to connections I was able to create, and Blackstone, which is a title partner of CareerSpring, so I'll be joining them next summer, or this summer. But really just a great opportunity to connect with advisors and kind of continue to develop my network.
Yeah, I mean, and then what you do with those opportunities is limitless. But that's really early too for college students to be making those connections and doing internships as early as your freshman year, right?
It's important that they start as early as possible. In fact, we start with high school students, just giving them career information. We have a career interest finder where they can take a survey and learn about themselves and then start exploring opportunities. We have a career video library with over 500 videos of professionals just talking about what they do every day. A day in the life of an engineer. Like watch that video, make sure you really want to do what they do each day.
Right.
Yeah.
And Paul, we know there's going to be so many people in the community who will be touched by this or think, I would like to help. How can I support this? How can they go about doing that?
Thank you so much. I'm really pleased with our progress. So we've gone national. We're in 9 cities now. Across the U.S. We have over 18,000 students on the platform.
Wow.
1,350 professional advisors. So these are professionals that are available for one-on-one video consultations with students, and 300 partners. So we're growing very fast, but our vision is that every first-gen student in America finds meaningful, high-quality employment. So we're thinking really big. In Houston, which is our biggest city, we want to get to 400 professional advisors, so volunteers. We want to get to 50 employer partners. We want to get to 5,000 students this year.
Wow.
So to answer your question,
Yeah.
we'd love to get more volunteers on the platform. We'd love to get more employer partners. You can learn more about CareerSpring at careerspring.org. And there's an I'm interested button. And please, if you're interested, please go out there, press I'm interested, and find out more.
Professionals, businesses, that's amazing.
Yeah. Truly touches so many people.
Yeah, and to have, like, I'm thinking like the whole networking part of it. You're saying like the one-on-one sort of consultation, because who is in college and knows how to network? I mean, you're sort of, if you're already sort of in an atmosphere where you're not moving around with movers and shakers, I mean, that's invaluable.
Yeah, we've got of our 1,350 advisors, 40 of them are what we call candidate coaches, and they are HR professionals that are available to talk to students about their resume, cover letter, do interview prep. So these are kind of the one-on-one, very safe place for a student to reach out and learn more about themselves and get prepared for their careers.
Truly incredible. Well, we thank you both so much for your time here, coming in to chat with us about this. Paul Pozzoli, Carlos Ayan, we're so grateful you had the time to chat with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.